Are you getting frustrated with what to feed a teenager who's always hungry? Everybody knows that teenagers have a huge appetite. It seems like you need to feed them constantly to satisfy their hunger. It's even more difficult where teenagers who struggle with their weight truly want to make changes, like cut down on junk food or stop overeating, and they can't. There's frustration, isolation, stress, and that's why I decided to create a recipe collection of 30 easy and healthy meals for teenagers. They're all high in protein to satisfy your teenager's hunger, and they can all be ready in less than 30 minutes. If you want to grab a free copy, go to lifestyleforteens.com/recipes.
This is the Lifestyle and Weight Loss for Teens podcast. If you're a mom and want to help your child who is struggling to lose weight, you are in the right place. If you are looking for healthy lifestyle tips, Dr. Gourgari is here to help you understand the science around safe weight loss in teens and children. Because what works for adult weight loss is not always the best for children. This podcast is for educational purposes only. Dr. Gourgari does not provide medical, psychological, or nutrition therapy advice. You should not use this information to diagnose or treat any health problems without consulting your own medical practitioner. And now, your host, Dr. Jenny Gourgari.
Hello, welcome to another episode of the Lifestyle and Weight Loss for Teens podcast. This is Dr. Jenny Gourgari, or Jenny G. And on today's episode, we want to talk about New Year's resolutions. First of all, Happy New Year. This is the time of the year that everybody starts going crazy with trying to get into new habits. They want to do a fresh start. It's a great thing that we get the opportunity to reset and start the new year fresh. So we want to think what is good for us, where do we want to go this year? What are the things we want to achieve? And talking from my personal experience, I used to put so many things on my plate when I wanted to start and plan the new year. And when it comes to healthy habits in particular, I would try to do all at once. And eventually that didn't last long. And I was like disappointed and back to frustration, back to zero, and I didn't know how to plan my year. So I wanted to share my experience, what I think may be helpful. If I found it helpful for me, I hope it will be helpful for you too. And particularly when we talk about teenagers that they try to get into healthy habits, they want to get into their ideal weight, they want to be healthier in the new year. If they try to do too many things on top of all the changes that have to go with puberty, the insulin resistance, the stress from school, the pressure from family, the pressure from friends, and anything that may be going on, if you add then 10 more things that you want to do to be a healthier you in 2026, that can become overwhelming. So I want to help those families to come up with a way to plan the new year in a way that feels easy and in a way that does not feel overwhelmed. So I created this method in order to change the way that teenagers feel about what they need to do in the new year, and also stop the constant fights between parents and teenagers. So let me just start by saying that why this all or nothing approach is not ideal. Because when we try to do an all or nothing approach, that fails to recognize that progress is never like a straight line up. There's up and downs, and progress to get better is what counts. And as long as we are consistent on this progress, every little step counts, every little small habit that we make towards becoming a better you helps. So if we try to say, oh, I don't do 12 habits all at once, then I'm a failure. That leads to disappointment, and we don't want that. We want healthy habits that are sustainable. We want healthy habits that build on top of each other. We want healthy habits that don't feel restrictive. We don't want diets that you can follow for January, February, and then March, you're back on square one. So I created this free worksheet that you can go to lifestyle14s.com/new year, and you can get 4 simple steps to healthier habits in the new year so that parents can help their teenagers build those healthier habits. It helps teenagers build awareness around what are the things that they could do better, and then work on it gradually over 12 months to build one habit at a time. So the first thing is that I want everyone to understand is that they are not necessarily good habits and bad habits. They're habits that you can do more of or less of. And then we want habits that are building a healthy lifestyle to be done more, and habits that are not in alignment with our healthy lifestyle. It's not that we will never do those, but we try to do it less. So one easy and first thing is, first of all, to rate and identify which are the healthy habits that you don't do as much as you would like to do. And then you can decide that you want to improve more on that. I'll give you an example. For example, we know that teenagers need to sleep at least 8 to 10 hours every day. Talked before about how sleeping enough hours is important for healthy habits, and you can look on previous episodes to search for the term sleep on my podcast, lifestyle14s.com/podcast, and you can find the episodes where I talk more about that. Let's say you first identify that you don't sleep enough hours 4 times of the week, or maybe you don't sleep enough hours 7 times a week, or you do actually a good job and you sleep well except maybe once a week, right? And you do the same with other habits. How much water you drink. Do you drink enough water, with 8 to 10 cups, let's say, per day, 7 days a week, 5 days a week, 3 days a week? So the first step is really to identify what is the gap in your current healthy habits and where do you see the most room for improvement. So I created a scale so you can put a number in 12 different habits. And then after you get a scale, then you find which are the habits that you need to work on more. And you can select one habit for each month, and you can start by those habits that there is more room to improve. So if you get a score in one habit that you barely do, right? So you get a score that it's most of the time you never do. That is a habit that you can start with, and you can start building it instead of saying, I never do this. Okay, maybe I can do this twice per week. Or maybe if you do it twice per week, you want to do it 4 times a week. So that's how you identify which habits have the more room for improvement. And then you can select one habit for each month. So you rank them in order of potential for improvement. You start with the habits that require more improvement, and you can repeat the same habit in more than 1 month if you think that really you do excellent job in 5 out of these 12 habits, and you just want to focus on these 5 habits. You can choose one habit every month for 5 months and then repeat them again for the next 5 months. And that's how you create progress over time. Then the other thing you can do is to identify every month what can help you stick to that habit or what can get in your way. Like, for example, since we're talking about the habit of sleep, let's say what is that you're going to focus on the sleep, and then your goal will be to go to bed by 9 p.m. 3 days a week. Then you'd want to be specific, like which days, like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're going to go to bed very early. And that's your goal. So you plan your schedule accordingly. And so what can get in your way? So let's say if you have homework, or if you play sports, or if you watch your favorite show on that day, then you know, okay, because I watched the show, that can be on my way, and that can prevent me from sticking to that habit on Mondays and Wednesdays, right? So it makes you think, what is the obstacle once you make your monthly habit and the specific days of the week? That helps you deep dive into your habits and decide, oh, if this is gonna get in my way, what can I do? So what could help me, and so that I'm successful in this habit? Again, if like we're talking about the habit of the sleep, you can say, okay, it would help me if I removed my TV from my room. It would help me if I did not have the Netflix app on my phone. It would help me if, instead of watching that show during weekday, I could watch that show on Saturday and Sunday afternoon. That way it won't interfere with my sleep at night. Or it would help me if I started my routine earlier, my bedtime routine earlier, or it would help me if I had to read a book, because that makes me more sleepy. So it helps you think more into the how you want to structure and think deep about this one habit that you are focusing. If you are trying to do, again, all the habits at once, it can become very confusing. So you may not be able to follow through on all those habits. Simple guide and making a plan for a specific week, making a plan for a specific month, making a plan for every day, you know what you are working on. And you're working on the habits that you have identified that there's more room for improvement. And then once you have this plan, that will help you also reflect. Like at the end of the month, you can say, this is what I did better. That's how I started. That's why I ended up. So this is not about judgment. This is just all about self-reflection that help teenagers and families and everyone actually build healthier habits over time. So you can go to lifestyleforteens.com/New Year. You can download it. I hope you found it helpful. And remember, small habits can lead to huge results as long as you are consistent and you don't forget to just keep trying and trying. So I'll talk to you soon. Take care. I hope you all have happy New Year.
If you enjoyed listening to this podcast, I invite you to come check out the LIFT program. It's Dr. Gourgari's 12-week coaching program for teens and their moms, where we take all this information, we apply it to your daily life, and we work together so your teenager learns how to create a healthy lifestyle so they can feel happier, more confident, less stressed, and love their body again. Visit the website at lifestyleforteens.com and click on the Work With Me and free resources to learn more about this program and get free help to start this journey right away. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next episode of Lifestyle and Weight Loss for Teens.